Fantastic Four First Steps is, well, fantastic. It's definitely the best Marvel movie in recent years alongside Thunderbolts, and it shows that if they put in the right effort, they can have a good movie. From the beginning, I knew this film would be good, and the reason is at its heart, it feels like the Fantastic Four. Family is the central theme of this movie, and that's the core value that defines the entire team. The casting choices at first were interesting, but Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Ebon Moss Bachrock, might be butchering his name, as Ben Grimm, all do an incredible job in their roles. But we can't also forget about Julia Garner as Shala Ball, Silver Surfer, and Ralph Ineson as Galactus. The story itself is self-explanatory. Shala Ball comes to Earth to warn of Galactus coming to consume the planet. But more importantly, Galactus wants Franklin Richards so he can become Galactus' successor, and the Fantastic Four have to stop him. But since it's Galactus, it doesn't feel like another one-off Marvel villain. He's near the top of the verse when it comes to how powerful he is in the comics. Other Marvel movies, you know the villains are gonna lose, but here, honestly, you think that they're gonna lose. The stakes are that high and it gives a feeling of dread throughout the movie. But throughout the film, each character has their time to shine. Reed struggles with his intelligence and figuring out a way to save his family and everyone on Earth. But Sue was a standout. As the final battle, she literally held off Galactus by herself, showing she's the most powerful member. But also how she's a great representation of being a mother and how she's willing to do anything in order to save Franklin. However, one downside is that I wish Ben had more of a presence as he's a bit overshadowed. One major aspect of the Fantastic Four story is Ben's depression with being the Thing. He hates how he looks and other people see him as a monster. But here, while you can see it still does affect him and he has the comic accurate trench coat, it's not at the same level as other movies and comics, but it also might be because they're already an established team. But let's be real, the standout was Johnny. He literally learned a whole language to rizz up Shala Ball, and I don't even blame him. But spoilers, now at the heart of his character, he's willing to sacrifice himself to save Franklin by joining her and Galactus, but also at the end of the movie when they were about to try to throw Galactus into the portal. Shala Ball was also incredible though, but seeing Galactus finally in the MCU is like a dream come true. This movie had insane visuals, and it was like watching Marvel Interstellar, especially when they were running from Shala Ball in space, but tie that in with the music and soundtrack and it makes it even better. The world itself was unique as it takes place in a futuristic 60s vibe, but also seeing other villains of theirs like Mole Man or Red Ghost was awesome. But finally getting Franklin Richards in the MCU is also every fan's dream, just like Galactus. They definitely have to set up his character for future projects. But more spoilers, surprisingly they won as Shala Ball sacrificed herself to send Galactus into the portal. However, hopefully we'll see her and Galactus in future projects. That post-credit scene though was crazy. We already got a Latveria Easter egg earlier on, but actually seeing Doom with Franklin, it showed just how much of a goat and a menace he's actually gonna be.